An actor who didn't want to be famous. He never chased red carpets, never courted headlines, and never studied the craft in any formal way. In fact, Cillian Murphy almost chose an entirely different life, one built not on scripts and sets, but on guitars and sound checks. Before he ever set foot on a film set, he fronted a jazz rock band with his brother, turned down a record deal, and was studying law with no clear plan to perform. Fame wasn't a dream, it was something to avoid. And yet, that same man would one day become Thomas Shelby, the steely-eyed antihero who hypnotized the world. He would embody a haunted scientist in Oppenheimer, reshaping cinematic history and collecting awards he never publicly lobbied for. He'd become a Hollywood icon by doing exactly the opposite of what most actors do, by disappearing into his work and keeping his real life entirely off-screen. How does someone who never wanted the spotlight become its most captivating figure? The answer lies in a story as paradoxical and mysterious as Cillian Murphy himself. Born on May 25, 1976, in Douglas, County Cork, Ireland, he was raised in the nearby suburb of Ballintemple. As the eldest of 4 children, he grew up in a household where education was a central pillar. His father, Brendan Murphy, worked for the Irish Department of Education, and his mother was a French teacher. The teaching profession ran deep in his family, with his grandfather, aunts, and uncles also dedicated to education. Alongside his younger brother Paidi and sisters Sile and Orla, Murphy experienced a structured, yet culturally rich upbringing that shaped his early worldview. He attended Presentation Brothers College, a private Catholic secondary school in Cork, where he was academically gifted but occasionally got into trouble, even facing suspension. Though the school focused heavily on sports, Murphy gravitated toward the arts. His early creative impulses manifested in music and songwriting, and in his late teens, he performed in several bands with his brother. Their jazz rock group, the Sons of Mr. Green Jeans, even landed a record deal, an opportunity he ultimately passed up. In 1996, Murphy enrolled at University College Cork to study law but quickly discovered that his passions lay elsewhere. After failing his first-year exams and witnessing a Corkadorka Theatre Company production of A Clockwork Orange, he became captivated by the world of performance. That same year, he landed the lead role in Enda Walsh's play Disco Pigs, a raw and visceral production that launched his professional acting career. The play's success led to an 18-month world tour and confirmed his commitment to the craft. Throughout the late 1990s and early 2000s, he steadily built his reputation through acclaimed performances in both stage productions and independent films. His breakthrough came in 2002 with his haunting portrayal of Jim in Danny Boyle's 28 Days Later, which introduced him to international audiences. This was followed by a long-standing collaboration with director Christopher Nolan, beginning with his role as the Scarecrow in Batman Begins, 2005, which he reprised in The Dark Knight, 2008, and The Dark Knight Rises, 2012. His work with Nolan extended to Inception, 2010, and Dunkirk, 2017, further cementing his place among cinema's elite. Murphy also took on bold, transformative roles, including his Golden Globe-nominated performance as a transgender woman in Breakfast on Pluto, 2005, and as a revolutionary in Ken Loach's The Wind That Shakes the Barley, 2006. However, it was his spellbinding portrayal of Thomas Shelby in the acclaimed series Peaky Blinders, 2013 to 2022, that elevated him to cultural icon status. Over 6 seasons, he brought an intense, layered complexity to the role that captivated global audiences. In 2023, Murphy reunited with Nolan to take on the lead in Oppenheimer, a biographical epic about J. Robert Oppenheimer. His hauntingly precise performance drew widespread acclaim and earned him his first Academy Award for Best Actor, as well as a Golden Globe and a BAFTA Award in 2024. Now one of the most sought-after actors of his generation, Murphy continues to expand his creative reach. In February 2024, he co-launched Big Things Films with producer Alan Maloney. Their first project, Small Things Like These, a historical drama, opened the 74th Berlin International Film Festival, with Murphy both producing and starring. He is also slated to headline the upcoming drama Steve in partnership with Netflix and will return to the screen in 28 Years Later, the third installment of the franchise that helped launch his film career. Despite his global success, Cillian Murphy remains intensely private and deeply grounded. His personal life reflects a quiet devotion to family and art, shaped far from the spotlight of fame. In the late 1990s, during his early days performing in theater and music, he met Irish visual artist Yvonne McGuinness while touring with his band as part of the Disco Pigs production. Their mutual love for creativity sparked a lasting connection that culminated in marriage in 2004. Yvonne, known for her multimedia installations and video work, has been an integral presence in Murphy's life, providing both stability and artistic kinship. Over the years, the couple has built a home rooted in privacy and intention, rarely appearing in public together and choosing to keep their personal lives out of social media and tabloid conversation. They have two sons, Malachy and Aaron, born in 2005 and 2007. Though the children were born in London during Murphy's growing film career, the family made the intentional decision to move back to Dublin in 2015. Cillian has often spoken about the importance of raising their children with a strong Irish identity in a space untouched by the pressures of Hollywood. Their home in Monkstown, a peaceful suburb by the sea, was purchased that same year and remains a haven of calm, with no Wi-Fi, by choice, to encourage a slower, more connected family life. While Murphy is protective of his children's privacy, he has shared subtle glimpses of pride, especially as Aaron begins to explore his own creative path. At age 11, Aaron appeared in a stage production of Hamnet, and he is now set to make his film debut in Clara and the Sun, directed by Taika Waititi. Though cautious not to thrust his children into the spotlight, Murphy supports their passions with quiet encouragement, much like his own artistic beginnings. Throughout his demanding roles, particularly the psychologically intense portrayal of Tommy Shelby in Peaky Blinders, Cillian has credited Yvonne with keeping him balanced. Her steady presence at home provided a grounding force, allowing him to transition back into his everyday life after immersing himself in emotionally heavy characters. During the final season of Peaky Blinders, he remarked, "Tommy's gradually leaving. I'm getting Cillian back," a testament to the role Yvonne played in safeguarding his sense of self. Together, their life in Dublin is a reflection of shared values, privacy, creativity, and purpose. It is a life built deliberately, away from public noise, and defined by quiet strength. In every way, Cillian Murphy embodies a kind of modern classicism, an actor revered worldwide, yet rooted in a deeply personal sense of love, family, and authenticity. Financially, Cillian Murphy's stature in the film industry is both solid and well-earned. He commands around $1 million for supporting roles and up to $3 million for leads, with his critically acclaimed portrayal in Oppenheimer bringing in a remarkable $10 million. His long-running role as Thomas Shelby in Peaky Blinders eventually earned him $2 million per episode, a figure that reflects both his influence and the intense dedication he brought to the character. With these earnings, his net worth has grown steadily, now estimated at approximately $20 million. In 2015, after years abroad, Murphy and his family returned to Ireland and settled in the coastal suburb of Monkstown, just outside Dublin. Their home, purchased for around $1.8 million, is a peaceful retreat surrounded by expansive gardens and complete with a private swimming pool. It's a quiet rebellion against the hyper-connected modern age, underscoring his belief in presence, balance, and mindful living. That intentionality carries through every aspect of his lifestyle. Having transitioned from Catholicism to atheism, Murphy lives as a vegetarian, guided not by trends but by conviction. His choices reflected deep respect for simplicity and quality over excess. His collection of vehicles reveals a subtle appreciation for performance and design, ranging from the Mercedes-Benz Viano CDI 3.0 and Lexus RX 450h to a vintage 1970 Dodge Challenger and a sleek Porsche 911. The variety speaks not to indulgence, but to a careful curation of functional elegance. His eye for detail is equally present in his watch collection. Whether it's the practicality of the Oris BC3 chronograph, the precision of the Omega Seamaster Railmaster Master chronometer, or the distinct craftsmanship of the Montblanc 1858 Geosphere Ultra Black Limited Edition. Each timepiece tells a story of sophistication and intention. Yet for all his success, Murphy remains grounded. He forgoes private jets, instead choosing to fly commercial, and finds solace in the slow rhythms of life aboard a custom-made wooden boat. Beyond the cameras and accolades, he channels his energy into meaningful causes. He works closely with Focus Ireland, advocating for solutions to homelessness, and lends his name and support as a patron of the UNESCO Children and Family Research Center, promoting the well-being of vulnerable children and families. His advocacy is quiet but firm, reflective of someone who acts with conviction, not for applause. Cillian Murphy is not only a master of his craft, but a man deeply aligned with his values. In a world obsessed with spectacle, he offers something far rarer, an existence shaped by purpose, authenticity, and restraint. His story continues to unfold not with fanfare, but with the steady grace of a life well lived and thoughtfully led. Thank you for watching.